Hi, Facebook. Happy Thursday evening. If you are joining me on this 30-minute Yin class as a replay, go ahead and fast forward a little bit so that you can get started right away as I'm going to chat for just a second so we can get started together and give people a chance to jump on this live class. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. You're definitely going to want some pillows tonight. I suggest having at least 3, if not 4 pillows. Pillows from your couch will do, just like some throw pillows, but you could definitely also use pillows from your bed. If you have a yoga bolster, that would also be very adequate to use tonight as well. We're going to be doing yin tonight, which is a slower class. We're only going to do a couple poses over these next 30 minutes. And nothing should ever hurt or feel uncomfortable. If it does, that's a sign to back off, to readjust, to change your shape. This is also a class to really get cozy. So if you need a sweater, grab that now. If you need tea, go ahead and make some tea. It's important that you feel calm and relaxed in this class. I'll be using a timer to time equalness of both sides. So if you see me clicking around, that's what I'm doing. And if you'd like to play some relaxed music, this would be a great time to put on your favorite relaxing playlist, and so that you can just zone out and find a little bit of calm. All right, Buddha's ready? Huh, Boo? Let's go ahead and get started. The first pose we're going to do today is Baddha Konasana. You're going to want 2 pillows for this. So grab 2. Luckily, my couch is right beside me. Small space. So I just have to lean over and voila. Put your pillows outside your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. If you have a third pillow, you can sit on it to elevate your sits bones a little bit. Or you might even want one. I got to reach to my couch again. You might even want an additional one, if you're not sitting on it, to place in front of your belly so you can kind of hug up and over it if you decide to forward fold. So this is the pose, sitting upright, letting the knees fall outward with gravity. If you'd like to add on, you can round over, resting your belly on something, your head on something, getting comfortable in whatever way feels appropriate. Take the time to get all the pillows and all the props you need. And then finally settle in. I'm going to start the timer now. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. Now, know in these poses that you don't have to be in them for the time that I say. I'll be in them for that long, and that's the suggested time, but you can exit these poses anytime you need. So really get supported. Rest your head on something. What's wrong, Buddha? And then allow your body to breathe however it wants. Soften the target area. Today in this pose, the target area is our hips, like our butt cheeks, and kind of our outer hips and thighs. You might feel it also a little bit in your lower back. You're not looking to achieve a big stretch. Instead, you're looking for more mild. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're looking to stay in the 3 to 5 range. We're about 2.5 minutes in, and we'll be here till 5 minutes. Excuse me, knowing that you can exit at any time. If you decide to come out of the pose, just lie back on your back and rest. Yin is so good for injury prevention, so good for the joints, so good for where the muscles attach to the joints. You might notice after you're here for a little while that what started maybe as a 4 went down to a 3 or a 2. And you can always adjust your props to take it back up to a 3 or a 4 if that feels good. You got about 30 seconds left. Take one more big breath in and out. And moving slow, you're going to come back up and lie all the way down onto your back. We take a little bit of rest after each pose. This is a great time to check in to your body. And this is also a great time to just check out, to just rest, not need to be doing anything. All right, roll back over to a side. You're gonna come back up to seated. If you have some water or tea nearby, feel free to take a sip. I'm drinking like a lung health respiratory tea that our local Tucson herb store makes. It's really tasty. It's got sage and ginger, licorice, and many other things that I can't remember. All right, next posture we're going into is a wide-legged seated fold. So sitting up on a pillow can be really nice, placing it underneath your sits bones. You're going to take your legs out to the sides. Now, if the backs of your knees don't love this, you might want to put a towel or some pillows underneath the backs of your knees. I like to put a pillow in front of my belly, and I like to put another pillow or a yoga block underneath my forehead. I encourage you to use more props to start because you can always take them away really easily, but adding more sometimes feels complicated for some reason. All right, go ahead and fold as much or as little as you need to. And we're going to start the timer. Again, we'll be in this one also for about 5 minutes. It's funny to sit on Facebook Live totally still and silent. If you're taking the class, you totally understand what's going on. But the people who are scrolling are like, okay. In this, we have the target area of the inner thighs, as well as the low back, the back of your thighs, the hamstrings. So soften those areas. But if you need to use some effort in your arms, that is totally okay. Keep yourself as supported as you need to feel comfortable and safe. Definitely have a pillow underneath your belly and your chest unless it's flat on the floor. I like support under my head as well, so I don't create any extra neck tension, because no one needs extra neck tension. Again, if you need to make any adjustments with the props, there's nothing holding you back from that. We've been here about 2.5 minutes. I'll take us to 5. I'm still here. Sometimes the computer freezes. It's always good to double check. Otherwise, you'll be in this pose a really long time. Got 45 more seconds here. Take a couple more deep breaths. And slowly you're going to rise back up and lie back onto your backs. If you need a sip of tea on your way there or a sip of water, definitely take it. We'll take a rest. Don't worry, I'll tell you when to get back up. So for now, just enjoy not having to do anything. Okay, we're going to go into a supported bridge next. If you're familiar with that, you're welcome to go right into it. I'm going to show a couple of different variations as far as the props that you might have. So if you know it, just go to it and enjoy. Otherwise, go ahead and check out a couple options you have. So for supported bridge, you're going to want a couple pillows. Stack them up, make a little pillow palace. Now, if you have a yoga block, that's actually going to work a lot better. And I'll show you how to use that in just a moment. But let's assume you're working with pillows here, which will work great. And you're going to sit in front of that pillow palace. Then you're actually going to sit kind of up on the edge of it and lie back over it. So the space between the small of your back and your tailbone is on the mat. So you're looking to put your sacrum, that's the big triangle bone at the base of your spine, you're looking to put that at the very top of the pillow palace. Now, if the legs extended feels uncomfortable, by all means, just bend the knees, bring the feet to the ground, and then keep your hips elevated in this way. And you can adjust so it feels supportive right underneath you. It shouldn't be on your low back, it should be right below that. So that's how you're going to do it with the pillows. Now, if you're using a yoga block, you're going to do the same thing in place of the pillows. So block down. You have 3 settings of height you could choose from. I suggest starting with the medium and adjusting from there depending on what you need. I like to lie down first and then lift my hips to slide the block under. And same thing, you can keep the knees bent or straighten them. This is a nice way to help the blood circulation back towards the heart. It's a nice lower back release. It can even be a little bit of a release for the psoas. Allow the front of your abdomen to really soften. Allow the weight of your hips to fall into the floor. And if you're getting chilly, which I am a little bit, you can always place a pillow on top of you or place a blanket on top. I've got this wonderful humidifier over here that's blowing cool, moist air at me. You're halfway there on this. About 20 more seconds. Right. Bring your feet down. Your knees point to the sky. Push into your feet. Tone your abs just a little bit to support your lower back. So you can lift your hips and slide the pillows or the block away and lie flat onto your back. And stretch your legs out and rest. Okay, we've only got a little bit longer, so I'm going to take us into the next pose already. We're going to go into a lying twist. Scoot your hips towards the right, just about 6 inches. Draw your knees into your chest and let your knees fall over to the left. Now, you're welcome to put a pillow outside your knees so they can fall onto it. Shoot, there goes my tea. Oh no! Darn it. Okay, well, it's on tile, so I'll wipe it off after. Anyway, you're going to lie down, knees come into your chest, and you're going to drop your knees over to the left, and you can turn your gaze to the right. You can also put the pillow between your legs if that feels more supportive for you. Gaze wherever is comfortable for your body. Softening your back, your hips, your legs, softening your spine. Roll back to your back. Scoot your hips through center and over to the other side. Move a pillow if you're using it. And wrap your legs the opposite direction. Couple more breaths. And roll back onto your back. We'll set up for Shavasana, a last and final pose. I encourage you to bring a pillow under the backs of your knees. Let your arms come along your sides. Take up some space. I encourage you to rest here for a while. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just breathing. Just resting. Just feeling. So that you can rest as long as you'd like without interruptions. I'm going to sign off here and go wipe up my spilled tea. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this Yin class. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you participated. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.